Time is a precious commodity that often slips through our fingers unnoticed. Don't become unfulfilled wondering where the hours disappeared. Here are 5 of the most common unsuspecting time wasters that might be holding you back and stopping you from making efficient use of your time. #1. Endless scrolling. Have you stumbled down the infinite scroll rabbit hole on social media? A quick check turns into an hour of mindlessly swiping, captivated by a whirlwind of cat videos, celebrity gossip, and endless self-promotion. Time evaporates, leaving you with a vague sense of unease and the nagging feeling you accomplished nothing. Even though social media is great for staying connected, too much can be detrimental. We wouldn't eat an entire cake in one sitting, so why do we subject ourselves to an unlimited buffet of digital distractions? The infinite scroll is a silent productivity killer. Cal Newport, author of Deep Work, argues that constant distractions shatter our ability to focus, leaving us fragmented and incapable of deep thinking. It's like trying to write a novel in a crowded coffee shop. The constant noise drowns out any meaningful thought. So how do we break free from the clutches of the scroll? Set boundaries. Treat social media like a delicious dessert, a small indulgence to be enjoyed in moderation. Set specific times for scrolling and stick to them religiously. Use apps that track your phone usage and send you gentle reminders when you're nearing your limit. Embrace boredom. The fear of missing out, FOMO, is a powerful tool used to keep us glued to our screens. But boredom, believe it or not, can be a breeding ground for creativity and critical thinking. Let your mind wander, step away from the screen, and see what sparks of inspiration might ignite. Reclaim your focus. Train your brain for deep work by carving out dedicated time for focused activities. Start with small chunks of time, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and gradually increase as your concentration improves. Seek out meaningful connections. Don't let the curated lives on your feed fool you. Real connection happens face-to-face, in meaningful conversations and shared experiences. Prioritize spending time with loved ones, engaging in hobbies, and exploring the world beyond the screen. #2. The perfectionist trap. What if I told you that this pursuit of flawlessness is actually a trap, a gilded cage that bars us from true fulfillment and meaningful progress? Brené Brown, in her book The Gifts of Imperfection, reminds us that striving for flawlessness is a recipe for misery. It's like trying to hold onto sand in your hands. The tighter you grasp, the faster it slips away. Instead, she suggests, embrace the beauty of imperfection. See your flaws as stepping stones, not stumbling blocks. Celebrate the progress you make, not just the finished product. Consider the artist paralyzed by the blank canvas, never satisfied with the first brushstroke. Or the writer drowning in edits, the manuscript forever a draft because it can't reach the imagined pinnacle of perfection. These are the casualties of the perfectionist trap, their potential suffocated by the self-inflicted burden of lawlessness. There's a crucial difference between excellence and perfection. Excellence is about giving your best, pushing your boundaries, and growing. Perfection is about achieving the unattainable, a never-ending chase after an imaginary ideal. So, how do we break free from the perfectionist trap and embrace the freedom of progress? Set realistic goals. Aim for progress, not perfection. Focus on small, achievable steps that move you closer to your long-term vision. Celebrate each milestone, no matter how small. Embrace imperfection. Remember, everyone makes mistakes. It's part of the human experience. Learn from your stumbles, pick yourself up, and keep moving forward. Don't let your flaws define you. Let them be stepping stones on your path to growth. Focus on the journey. Enjoy the process, not just the destination. Find joy in the act of learning, creating, and doing. Remember, the most beautiful landscapes are often the ones with weathered rocks and winding paths. As Brené Brown reminds us in The Gifts of Imperfection, vulnerability and imperfection are not weaknesses but strengths. They are the cracks in our armor that let the light in, the imperfections that make us unique and relatable. #3. Decision fatigue overload. The constant barrage of choices will sap your mental energy, leaving you drained and indecisive. This is decision fatigue overload. the silent thief of your willpower and productivity. You might be wondering, what's this decision fatigue all about? Well, it's the mental drain that occurs after making too many choices, big or small. It's like running a marathon of should I or shouldn't I, and by the end, you're mentally drained and your willpower tank becomes empty. I can almost hear you saying, "Isn't choosing a good thing? Isn't it what makes us free?" Daniel Kahneman, Nobel laureate and author of the groundbreaking Thinking, Fast and Slow, sheds light on this phenomenon. He explains that our brains have two systems for making decisions, a fast, intuitive one, and a slow, deliberate one. When we're bombarded with choices, our fast system kicks in, taking shortcuts and relying on heuristics to save energy, but this can lead to impulsive decisions, missed opportunities, and ultimately, exhaustion. Think of it like this. You wouldn't expect a marathon runner to sprint every block, would you? Yet that's how we often treat our minds. We force them to make endless micro-decisions, leaving them depleted and unable to handle the real mental hurdles. So how do we break free from this decision fatigue prison? By embracing a powerful tool, simplification. Create routines. Ever spend 15 minutes paralyzed by your wardrobe? Establish a uniform of sorts, a rotation of clothes that work for you and don't require daily deliberation. Think Steve Jobs' black turtlenecks or Barack Obama's gray suits. It's not about sacrificing style, but freeing up mental space for the things that truly matter. Automate the mundane. Grocery shopping, bill pay. Let technology take the wheel. Use grocery delivery services, set up automatic bill payments, and automate repetitive tasks. Remember, every task delegated is a mental burden lifted, leaving you with more energy to tackle the unique challenges of your day. Prioritize ruthlessly. Not all decisions are created equal. Learn to identify the truly important decisions, the ones that truly shape your life, and give them your full, focused attention. The rest, delegate, defer, or simply let go. Remember, sometimes the best decision is no decision at all. Think of it as decluttering your mental landscape, creating a space where crucial choices can flourish, free from the weeds of indecision. #4. Multitasking. We convince ourselves we're superhuman productivity machines, conquering chaos with every click and switch. But the truth, the inconvenient truth, is that multitasking is a myth, a seductive siren song luring us onto the rocks of inefficiency. Think of your brain like a high-powered computer. When you multitask, you're essentially forcing it to run multiple resource-intensive programs simultaneously. The result? Slower processing, poorer performance, and a higher risk of crashing altogether. Studies by Stanford University show that multitasking can actually decrease productivity by up to 40%. Each time you switch between tasks, your brain incurs a switching cost, a momentary pause as it recontextualizes and refocuses. These costs add up, turning your workday into a series of mental sprints with long, unproductive rest stops in between. Gary Keller, author of The One Thing, argues that it's not about doing more, but doing less, better. Focusing on monotasking, dedicating your full attention to one task at a time, is the real superpower. Think about your own experience. How often do you send an email riddled with typos after a quick phone call? Multitasking might feel productive, but it often leads to below-average results, frustration, and a nagging sense of accomplishment fatigue. Schedule your tasks. Block out dedicated time slots for specific tasks, giving each your undivided attention. Treat it like a meeting you wouldn't dare to miss. Minimize distractions. Turn off notifications, silence your phone, and close unnecessary tabs. Create a distraction-free environment that allows your brain to fully immerse itself in the task at hand. Start small. Don't try to go cold turkey on multitasking. Begin by focusing on one task for 25 minutes, gradually increasing the duration as your monotasking muscles grow stronger. The goal isn't to become a productivity robot. It's about reclaiming your focus, optimizing your time, and achieving higher quality results with less mental effort. #5. Procrastination. Brian Tracy, in his best-selling book Eat That Frog, offers a powerful antidote to this procrastination trap. His mantra, Conquer your biggest frog, meaning tackle the toughest, most dreaded task first thing in the morning. Why? Because procrastination thrives on delay. It whispers sweet nothings about starting later, then sneaks in distractions and excuses until suddenly it's 3 a.m. and you're frantically cramming for that presentation. But imagine this. You wake up, conquer your frog, the most difficult task, and watch the feeling of accomplishment wash over you. It's like starting your day with a victory lap, building momentum and motivation that carries you through the rest of your tasks. Procrastination still might rear its ugly head, but with that initial frog vanquished, you'll have the confidence and focus to swat it away like a pesky fly. While last-minute bursts of adrenaline can sometimes produce decent results, they're not a sustainable strategy. Procrastination often leads to sloppy work, missed deadlines, and a constant undercurrent of stress. Set realistic goals. Don't overwhelm yourself with an Everest-sized to-do list. Break down big tasks into smaller, achievable steps. Schedule your frogs. Block out time in your calendar specifically for tackling those tough tasks. Treat them like important appointments you wouldn't dare miss. Reward yourself. Celebrate your victories, big and small. A completed task deserves a pat on the back, a guilt-free coffee break, or whatever motivates you to keep going. Identifying and conquering these time wasters means not just reclaiming lost hours, but unlocking a more focused, fulfilling life. Embrace the wisdom, reassess your habits, and let these insights guide you in reclaiming your most valuable resource, time. Thank you for watching this video, and if you found it valuable, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more empowering content. This is Aimed Intentions. See you next time.